Hey everyone, it's Dana here for the second tutorial of this week, but the first one was just to show you some products that we had, and today is going to be actually using that product with a craft tonight. So we do have our sale still going on. It's up to 70% off on our website. That's lovesoloflowers.com, and you don't need any coupon codes or anything like that. It is automatically discounted. So last night, if you caught our video, we did a video on the new dyed assortments. So we are carrying dyed assortments. We are testing them out, seeing if you guys want them, need them, love them. And we have 4 right now. And they are under, when you click on our website, if you go to Solo Wood Flowers, there's assortments. And under the assortments, you'll see dyed assortments. It's like, little separate categories, and you'll see the ones for dyed. We have a winter one, a Christmas one, a boho one, and then a favorite staples one. So what I'm using tonight is going to be the boho because that is the best one for fall. So if you are still making Thanksgiving things and such, grab the boho. Again, limited quantities, limited supplies, because we're just testing these out. There are 25 flowers. The price right now is $24.99 for that. They are super saturated, beautiful colors, and squishy because we do use glycerin in our dyeing. So we are making a Cornucopia Wreath tonight, and I'm going to make it a little differently than I've shown you in the past because, a lot of times we put foam and do all that kind of stuff, but I'm going to show you something kind of quick and easy to be able to fill it, and also easy if you're needing to swap out anything. So I'm going to show you. So this is the Wreath. I got it at a craft store and I don't remember even which one I was, so I can't help you there, but it is a Cornucopia Wreath. But it doesn't have to be a wreath that you're making. It could just be a regular Cornucopia to do the same thing. Or you can take a Cornucopia and attach it to a wreath, which we did last year. All of our tutorials do get saved, so you can catch them live here on the business page. If you don't catch them live, you can find them on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/lovesoloflowers. And you can search all the different types of things on there. So this is going to be the wreath, but we don't actually need it right now. And let me show you why. Because what we're going to do, I'm going to teach you how to make a bouquet that we can actually just slide in there, and then we're going to zip tie it to it. So it's going to be a little bit easier than trying to feed it through lots of glue. We don't need lots of glue. We're going to use very limited supplies, which is what's really cool about doing it this way. So I do got some fillers here. I'm going to show you what I got. So I've got some bunny tails. I've got some Phalaris in orange. Sorry, you can hear my kitty cat in the background if he's loud. He's trying to get upstairs, but and then I've got some faux Billy balls. Okay. And like I said, the flowers I'm going to be using are all from the boho collection that is in our dyed assortments right now. So other thing I like about doing this is I'm using literally leftovers of greeneries that I've used for bouquets or other projects. So basically I'm taking my leftover greenery and I'm going to make a bouquet out of it that we're going to slide right in and zip tie it to it. And again, if you want to then swap it out, change colors, or if one gets damaged, or if it's raining and you just want to pop it real out, you don't want to take the whole thing down. Anyway, it gives you the option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a bouquet out of this greenery and the flowers, and then be able to put it in the cornucopia. So because we're going to need it to be flat backed, because we're making a wreath, I need my longest pieces first. So all of my greenery that's going to be what's in the back needs to be the longest first. And how we're going to build it is using what I do is electrical tape. So if you have other type of floral tape, I've used vinyl before, but it's not stretchy. Electrical tape will be stretchy. You can use brown or green. I get mine at the Home Depot. You can order them on Amazon, but it's just regular electrical tape. And this is going to be a super duper easy way to make this cornucopia. It's only going to take hopefully about 10 minutes. And what beats that, having a full project done in that long. So I'm just going to peel back my tape and I'm going to get a piece started because it's easier to tear it off. Of course, I use my teeth, but you don't have to use your teeth. You can use a scissor. But it's easier to tear it off before you have stuff in your hand. So what I want to do is I want to make my longest pieces first because like I said, it's going to be flat backed because it's going to be a wreath. So I'm going to just combine it where some are longer, obviously, some are shorter. And I'm just gonna tape it, and I'm gonna go through my greenery, and I'm just gonna keep adding different layers of greens and fillers until we have basically a bouquet. So what I like to do for trimming my stems, because we need short stems to fit in to that cornucopia, but I like to do them not all at the end, because sometimes it's very hard to clip when it gets pretty thick and it's hard to get into those little individuals. So I like to do them while I add the greenery and as I go, because then you only have a few stems to clip at a time. So now I'm gonna add, again, I'm just doing leftovers pieces. I'm gonna do my next set of longer greens. And I don't want it to just be layered like flat, flat, flat against it. So I'm gonna kind of feed them through and have it be a little bit layered. So I'm just gonna tuck it in and pull it through. So I'm gonna put my stems in there, and then this one can be on top. Now I am going for green because my fillers are fall colors as well as the flowers. So if I wanted to use really, really like fall color leaves, I probably would have done more neutral flowers, meaning raw or whatever. But because I have colors in my flowers, I didn't want to go color on color on color on color on color. Hey there. Okay, so I've got my little bundle, and like I said, I'm gonna clip them to the same length as I go. Now, I have this, again, I'm using all leftovers. I do like some things to kind of cascade down. So, do you see how I'm just building greenery? And the back is still flat like this because it's gonna slide into the cornucopia, but I have got just layered and layered and layered. Oh, yay. Yes, and I'm using the dyed assortment, boho assortment, if you missed the beginning. So all the colors that are dyed here are in the assortment. So as you can see, I'm just building greenery. My back of it is flat. I'm even gonna do my fillers before I do my flowers. That's gonna be the last step. So I'm gonna take these guys, again, these are all leftovers. I love projects where you can use leftover flowers and leaves and things like that you didn't have to waste. And again, I'm using electrical tape, okay, to tape it all up. So I'm gonna collect my stems here. I start all of my greenery at the same spot because again, we're wanting it to bloom out of my cornucopia. So we want to all end my leaves right at the same spot. So I have a short stem, a flat back, and I've layered this greenery. Now let me just show you. Now again, it doesn't just stick in there easily right away because we're gonna zip tie it later. But let me just show you, and we're gonna be able to bend things and stuff, how it works. See? made that little bouquet, and that's how it's gonna be. So if you're wanting to measure how big you want this stuff to go out, you can stick it in there and see if you need it to be longer or not. But this is good for me. So I'm gonna take it back out again, and we're gonna add our fillers and our flowers, and then we can actually put it in the wreath, adjust it a little bit. Yeah, it's super easy. See how fast things can be? I just feel like sometimes we overthink things and we make things way more complicated than they need to be. My biggest thing is simplifying everything. Hi, Kim. Is simplifying everything. So to take not a lot of time, not a lot of money, not a lot of supplies. Quick and easy is the key. So I'm just bundling up my colored fillers. This is also how you can make a flat back bouquet if you ever needed to do that as well. I'm gonna put my Polaris here. Let me just grab. So what I do is I like to bundle them. I don't like separate them one by one. I like to make bundles of this kind of stuff. So, and when you make a bundle, make sure your heads of your pieces are all different heights, okay? So I'm gonna put one towards the back, and then I'm gonna make another bundle for the front area here. Trying to tuck it behind the greenery. There we go. because you don't really want to see the straw type stems. You'd rather see greens instead of that. So you want the leafy part to cover up the stems. All right, so I'm gonna just slide this in and see all my flowers. I've got them stemmed and I'll show you those in a minute. Again, those are from the boho collection. So if you like the colors, now you see what they look like. So again, I'm gonna tape it off, and then before I move on, I'm just gonna cut these stems again so that I don't have a big chunk at the end. I just wanna keep it where I'm only cutting a few things at a time. So this is so far what we've got. We've got some bunny tails, some orange phalaris, our leftover greenery. It's flat in the back. I've weaved it through so that it's all mixed in, and now I've got my faux billy balls to stick in as well. I think I'm gonna try to squeeze these in the center. Okay. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to ask, even on the replay, because if you ask on the replay, we do see the comments, and we'll come and we will answer them for you. So if you missed us live, don't worry. Okay, so again, I want my greenery to stay in the front, and we know where we're gonna be pushing it against because we measured right up to that green, okay? All of our greens end in the same exact spot, so that it fits in nicely. So I'm gonna keep wrapping this. Again, I'm using electrical tape if you've missed. That's how I tape up my bouquets and things, because it's nice and stretchy. It matches because you can get green or brown, and it's just easy to work with. Okay, so as you can see, we've got our greenery base flat in the back, again, because that's what's gonna go against our door. And now I'm gonna feed my flowers through. So this is gonna be the easy part. The biggest thing to think about is that your smaller flowers should go up at top. It should be tapered. So the fuller flowers go towards the base of the arrangement. So I'm gonna feed it through. Now I think I cut some of my wires too, so I'm gonna glue those ones in later, but actually let me do this, start at the beginning so that I can see what I need to glue in, because I think I cut my wires a little too short. I probably should have waited to see. I didn't think it was gonna be that long, but that's what we did here. So again, I'm just feeding my flowers through. The boho collection does have a nice mixture of colors. It's got a spicy color, a rusty color, and more of a taupey pink color. So perfect for the fall, where it's not so obnoxiously fall, but it's kind of just autumny colors. And I want to get a little bit of everything. I'm feeding it through my leaves. These are on 18 gauge wire stems. And once I've got a little bit going on, I'm going to trafe it up. Otherwise, you're gonna have to squeeze and hold, and no one wants to do that. So after a few, I like to tape it. And what I'm gonna do, I think for the remainers are, I'm gonna slide this in the cornucopia just to see how far up I wanna put them. So first I'm gonna take my flowers and I'm gonna pull my greenery through, because you don't just want a stack of flowers with no greens in between. So here we go. Pull those through. Oh, no, I'm only using like 7 flowers. Yeah, the flowers go a long way. 25 flowers may not seem like a lot in your head, but it actually does go a long way. You can definitely add raw in there as well. So let me just lay this down and see where my flowers hit. Okay. All right, so once I see, as I look, I'm gonna see where I need more. I need one over here. I'm gonna move this one actually to the side and put a different color in the center. I pull my billy ball through. Okay. I'm not using any raw because I don't really feel like I need it for the fall since I'm gonna have the greens and stuff. Now, I'm gonna tape this up and I'm gonna glue, because I made my wires just a little bit short, I'm gonna glue my wires and I'm gonna make those go up nicely. Okay. And again, you can add raw. Of course, you could get multiple dyed assortments and make multiple styles of arrangements out of them. So you can mix and match colors from different ones, of course. So let me just finish getting these guys in. And I'm just gluing the wire in because I cut them in half. But if you're making something so long, you can keep your wires full. Then you won't have to deal with that problem. Okay, so you love hearing the kitties? No, they're loud. Sorry. We have, I have new kitties in the house. That's who you hear. They're my downstairs kitties because they don't like my original kitties. So they're meowing to get up. I think they hear me up here and wondering why I'm leaving them down there. So sorry they are meowing like crazy, but it's kind of my life right now, is hearing kitties all day long. So, all right, now I'm gonna feed it into the cornucopia. And I can fluff it up in a little bit. I just want to position it first, so I'm gonna just position it against the side here. See where I want my greenery. Okay. Now you can go back again with more greens. If you're wanting it a little fuller. I don't need mine any fuller, but I'm putting it to where I want it to be. And then I'm going to zip tie it to there. Okay, so this was just an easy way without having to use foam and things like that. I'm sliding my zip tie through without moving it because I don't want to lose my place here. So I'm sliding my zip tie through my basket and attaching that. So I've got, I attached it kind of at the base, nice and forward. And then I'm also gonna attach it up here too. Now, again, the light's pretty bright so that you can see what's going on. Everything in my video is brighter on the screen than it is in real life. So the boho collection is more muted. It's not really a bright colors. Like, I know that some of the things look bright. Well, the Phalaris is a bright orange, but everything else is pretty much, muted. So again, this is bendable. I'm just gonna pull it through. Thank you. I think I didn't push it in far enough. Hold on, one sec. Sorry, I got distracted by the kitties, talking about the kitties. I just gotta stick it in a little further, sorry. I'm gonna snip them, push it in a little further. All right, now we got it. And that's the good thing about everything being, on wires and flexible and all that. All right. Okay. Now let me re-zip tie it now that I've got it back into a good place. So I just feed it through the back portions. And snip off the extra. And then I turn it over and I just fluff it up to fill, exactly where I want everything to be. I think I would add, let me see if I have my flowers. I'm gonna add a few more flowers. I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't have my stems with me right here, but I'm just gonna show you what I'll do. I'm just gonna add a few more flowers to the front of that. And that would be it. So I filled up my hole, made sure that my bouquet fit in there. Again, you can test it a few times to see how much you want the part that's spilling out to be. And then you could just pick whatever greeneries you're wanting. Again, the collection is a little bit more muted than the colors you see on your screen. So if you are wanting the boho collection, just know that these are a little brighter than what they really are in real life. I just have my ring light on so that you can see me working. But as you can see, it's filled, it pours out. You can put little pumpkins in here. You could put little gourds, those kind of things. You can get really super creative. And then just, all of those things can be stemmed and glued in. I would do things like pumpkins and stuff. Maybe after you get your bouquet in, just kind of stick those in to fill. Cute little pumpkin here, cute little pumpkin there. Might make it really extra nice too. Again, I chose the greens because all my fillers are fall colors, but you could also do fall leaves and then use the raw flowers. But I did want to show you a way to use the boho collection in a fall piece. And this will go right on my door. And you can spray it with a polyacrylic sealant spray. That keeps it from getting, too wet and maybe molding or mildewing from being on a door. It's best to be kept under something that has a larger overhang. But if you are gonna have it on your door, I would spray it and then, keep it obviously out of direct elements that way. It is from, if I had a guess, I would say Hobby Lobby, maybe Michael's, something like that, craft store. I was passing it. I was like, oh, that's really cute. I want that for my door. So I like to redo something new I think people wait to see what's on my door. So I like to do something new. So I buy something new every single year. But they do last me for multiple seasons. They're just collecting in my basement every year because I want to make something new. But yeah, so that would just be how I did it because it's easy. Again, it is zip tied, so it's not going anywhere. But if I did want to take it out, I'm going to show you again. If I did want to take it out, I can just clip it. Okay, let's say maybe something happened. I had extra flowers I was going to add in there. If you want to take it out, then you take it out again and start over. So that would be all that you have to do. If you wanted to do maybe a change of colors or something like that, or do more pumpkins or whatever, you can clip it out and clip it in. So again, this was just an easy way to not have to worry about 10,000 glue stems in a thing with, with all the foam and all that kind of stuff. I just thought I'd show you an easier, quicker, faster way to do it. And a way that's changeable as well. So maybe you want to do some of these colors, then maybe you want to do pumpkins, and maybe you want to do something else. And this way you have the option to switch. So again, this is the boho collection. You can find it under Dyed Assortments. And that is it for tonight. And I hope to see you guys making some fall projects and sharing it in our group. Our group is facebook.com/groups/lovesoloflowers. All right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend. Bye.